Welcome everybody to Delta Dental Park at Hadlock Field here on this Saturday evening. And this game features the visitors from Kennebunk and your Portland Bulldogs. Both teams coming off of a win. We'll see which team will make it two in a row. But both teams have struggled this season. And so it will be good to put another win in the W column.
Well, and the thing too is it was raining quite a bit on and off today. The Sea Dogs just finished a game earlier this afternoon, and it's really nice that it's cleared off of both of these teams because, like you said, they're coming off wins, and the last thing you need is to have a delay in your schedule for your next game, when you're on a roll. And, this is good. And it looks like quite the crowd is coming in to this game. A lot of people from Kennebunk so far and heading in that direction. So I think they're going to enjoy a nice game tonight.
Yeah, and so looking at the last game for Portland, they were at Chevrolet and a couple days ago. It was a 3-3 tie going into the fifth, and Portland scored 1 in the fifth and 3 in the seventh to win it 6-3. So we'll see if Portland can keep that momentum going, scoring late in those game. But
well, and the thing too is as tough of a season it is for Portland. They've played Deering this season and didn't win, but to play another in Portland high school and to beat them, that gives a little bit of bragging right on your territory. So that's kind of a good thing.
And so with that win, Portland has a record of 1 win and 10 losses. Portland will try to get number 2 on the board tonight. On the other side of the field is Kennebunk coming off of a extra innings win against Deering 3-2. It was a 0-0 game going into the sixth, and both teams scored 2 in the sixth. But Kennebunk ended up coming out on top with a walk-off win at home. So we'll see if both of these teams can have late game magic or if they can start hot early. But both of these teams in the standings need a win to give momentum to try to get into the tournament.
Well, and all you have to do is get into that 12th place. And you can get into 12th place with very few wins in this league. And at that point, if you can build some momentum going into the playoffs, you could do some good things. So we'll have to see what happens.
And Kennebunk on the season has 3 wins and 6 losses. But for them, this is a game of a number of games they're going to be playing over the next week. They have games on tonight. They have a game Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday of next week. Within the next 8 days, they're going to be playing a lot of baseball. So for them and their mindset, it would be great to come away with a win, especially playing the likes of Scarborough and Gorham and South Portland next week. So a win tonight would be important, especially playing some of those juggernaut teams.
Yeah, and come next weekend, they're going to be pretty exhausted, not only with playing baseball, but traveling for any away games. So this could be the start of some good things here for them, but they do need to make up a lot of games. The month of May has been horrible for baseball weather.
It has indeed, but we'll see who comes out on top between the Rams and the Bulldogs, and we'll be back for the national anthem and lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we would ask that you please rise as we honor America and those who defend her with the playing of our national anthem.
As Portland warms up, setting Kennebunk's lineup. Leading off, playing shortstop is number 2, Max Andrews. In center field is number 24, Isaac Jensen. At second base, number 4, Joe DiGiovanni. At first base, number 17, Luke Davis. Catching is number 5, Brady Stone. The DH today is number 8, Noah Burnham. At third base, number 29, Theo Adams. In left field is number 12, Jackie Thooms. And in right field is number 7, Sam Haley. And not batting, but the starting pitcher is number 16, Griffin Whitney. And Max Andrews taking the batter's box. Niker Pacheco will be the starting pitcher for Portland, and that one's right down the middle.
Good start.
That one is hit foul, so it's 0-2 count.
And Don mentioned they started at 6 o'clock sharp, and for a tennis official who likes promptness, and for soccer fans who like promptness, they started this game on time.
Oh, 2 pitch is in the dirt.
I have to say, unlike basketball, when they say the game starts at 7:35, and it actually starts at 8:15.
Outside for ball 2. It's a suggested time.
Yeah, I think that's what it is with basketball. Absolutely.
2-2 pitch is popped up. And it's hits the net.
Yeah, I have to assume, like the wall, if it hits off the net and you catch it, it's not an out.
Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one's ripped foul.
Well, it's obvious he can hit that inside pitch. So maybe throw one low and outside on this one.
That one's fouled.
Well, that didn't work either.
And it's a foul tip
Yes.
for strike 3. So one away here in the top of the first. Isaac Jensen at the plate. That one curves over for strike 1. Tried to curve it over the plate again, but does not break. So a 1-1 count. That one's in there for strike 2.
Yeah, a little slight delay. I thought he was going to call it high, but called it a strike.
And that one's ripped foul. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Ooh.
And throwing above the head of Jensen. And it's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So 2 away here for Pacheco.
The second baseman, number 4.
So that brings up Joe DiGiovanni. That one runs DiGiovanni off the plate. Outside, 4-2.
There's a good-sized crowd here tonight, Seth.
Yeah, there. Anytime the visiting team comes here,
I think it hit the catcher's mitt.
yeah, anytime the visiting team comes, it's a special time to play at Delta Dental Park
At Hadlock Field.
at Hadlock Field.
Got to get used to that. It'll become a ring.
Luke Davis.
That brings up Luke Davis. DiGiovanni on at first with that 4-pitch walk. And it's another ball. Pacheco losing command of the ball with the last 5 pitches as DiGiovanni is checked on. That's ball 2.
Yeah, I'd say the command has slipped. You're right. Just a little bit. Just got to get refocused and fire it over.
And DiGiovanni takes off. The throw is down and not in time. The throw by Milliken was a little high, but DiGiovanni sliding under the tag.
Well, we'll see what Kennebunk can do at this point.
And low and inside for ball 3.
And you got to be careful, too, that where you throw the ball, it can't get away from the catcher.
3-1 pitch. Does not break over the plate, so it's another walk.
I think we're getting pretty close to a little. Yeah, here we go with a mound visit. Just to take a deep breath. Get refocused.
It's early on in this game. Portland does have 2 outs. Brady Stone at the plate with 2 on. That one's right over the plate, fouled. One's low and outside. It's a 1-1 count. It's fouled back.
Another one just like that, maybe a hair higher. Get him to swing through a high one right over the plate.
And swing and a miss for strike 3. So Portland getting out of that one. Kennebunk stranding 2. Niker Pacheco with 3 Ks in the top of the first. And so after half an inning complete, it's Kennebunk 0, Portland coming up. And as Kennebunk warms up on the field, setting Portland's lineup, leading off, catching is number 6, Lucas Milliken. At second base, number 4, Jacob Tidd. In center field, number 9, Bailey Jordan. Today's DH is number 19, Connor Daniels. In right field, number 7, Brody Viola. At shortstop, number 1, Jacob Johnson. At first base, number 17, John Eisenhart. In left field is number 3, Tommy Chase. And at third base is number 12, Mateo Pulowski. And today's pitcher not batting is number 21, Niker Pacheco. And here we go for the bottom of the first. Lucas Milliken leading things off. That one's low for ball 1.
Yeah, the Portland pitcher definitely stepped up there to strike the side out, but, you know, he had 3 strikeouts and 2 walks.
It's low and outside for ball 2.
Just going to have to be careful of those walks if they get any hits.
And that one's hit foul. Neither team has been able to put anything in play, but Portland has a chance to start things off. So that's low for ball 3. And hits the outside part of the plate for strike 2.
All right, now the battle begins.
And that one is hit over the head of DiGiovanni into center field.
Well, and Portland wins the first battle.
The second baseman, number 4,
Jacob Tidd now at the plate.
And we'll keep our eye on the runner at first. Well, Portland's off to a good start here.
And that one's ripped past Adams. So back-to-back singles
Well,
puts 2 on.
and he didn't waste any time.
The Bulldog center fielder, number 9, Bailey Jordan.
Well, and that might be the trick.
Bailey Jordan at the plate. Luke Davis in on the grass. And it's low for ball 1.
Well, and you have to hope this is a good sign. You know, Portland coming off that win, their last game, and maybe the bats will come alive towards the end of the season.
That's fouled.
You know, and as I was saying in the opening, all they got to do is get to the 12th position to make the playoffs.
Well, and I was thinking about another team in a different sport, Bonnie Eagles boys basketball team, and they looked like they were going to be a low seed in the tournament, and a couple wins here and there at the end of the season, they ended up being the 4th seed, and they beat Thornton Academy to reach the Class AA South final. And so anything can happen in the world of sports.
Yeah, on any given day, you know. It's just, that's what's great about sports.
And Connor Daniels will bat. It's in there for strike 1. Daniels will hit it. It goes under the glove of Davis. That's going to score a run. And so Portland with an early lead.
Well, you'll take it any way you can get it here. Unfortunate for the first baseman, for Kennebunk, but Portland will take the run.
The Bulldog right fielder, number 7, Brody Viola.
And so that brings up Brody Viola. And that one's hit into center. And it's caught by Jensen. The throw is cut off by Whitney. And that's going to score another run. So 2 away for Jacob Johnson.
The shortstop, number 1, Jacob Johnson.
Connor Daniels on at first. It's low for ball 1.
Well, in this crazy game of baseball, you know, you can get runs that way.
That one's hit into center. It's going to be called by Jensen, and he'll get the 3rd out. But Portland puts 2 on the board in the bottom of the 1st. After 1 complete, it's Portland 2, Kennebunk 0. Leading off is number 8, Noah Burnham. outside for ball one. We'll see what Pacheco can do with a 2-run lead. On the outside part of the plate for strike two.
Yeah, he's just got to get the control a little bit better.
Outside for ball two. And that's popped up. And it's going to be caught by Tommy Chase for 1 away. Bringing up Theo Adams.
The third baseman, number 29, Theo Adams.
Ooh.
And just missing Adams.
Well, we certainly have seen
Swing and a miss.
we've certainly seen the Portland pitcher throw high and inside, so no one should take this personal.
And that one's hit into right. Brody Viola will get underneath it and gets the second out.
All right, well, Portland started off the first inning with the first 2 outs, right?
Yes.
And so we'll see if we can get this a little bit quicker and cleaner.
Jackie Toms at the plate. Inside for ball one. Inside for ball two. Ball three. And right down the middle for strike one. Swing and a miss for strike two.
And here comes the sun. Boy, after the way today went, the Sea Dogs probably wish they had this weather.
3-2 pitch is right down the middle for strike three. So Niker Pacheco battling back after throwing 3 straight balls, throwing 3 straight strikes. And so Pacheco now with 4 Ks on the day so far. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Portland. And after 1.5 complete, score remains Portland 2, Kennebunk 0. And here we go for the bottom of the second. John Eisenhart will lead things off for Portland. It's outside for ball one. That one's hit into the stands. One couldn't quite curve over. It's 2-1 count. One's in there for strike two. Outside for ball 3. It's a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two pitch is a dribbler. DiGiovanni will field it and gets the out.
Boy, that was a slow developing play, but they got the out.
The left fielder, number 3, Tommy Chase.
Tommy Chase at the plate with 1 away. It's fouled back. It's inside for ball 1. That one's hit to Max Andrews. He'll fire over and gets the second out.
Well, just what the pitcher needs, a couple of nice, easy grounders.
Mateo Pulaski.
Mateo Pulowski at the plate with 2 away. Swing and a miss for strike 1. That one's hit in to right. Sam Haley will get underneath it for the 3rd out. And so a 1-2-3 inning for Kennebunk. Puts a 0 on the board for Portland. And so after 2 complete, it's Portland 2, Kennebunk 0. And here we go for the top of the 3rd. Sam Haley leading things off for Kennebunk. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And that's hit into left. So that's a leadoff single for Kennebunk.
Wow, that was good hitting. He went with the pitch. Didn't try to pull it. He probably would have grounded out.
Max Andrews.
And so that's going to bring the top of the lineup back up. Max Andrews striking out his last at bat. And a check on Haley.
He does have a good lead.
And a bunt. The throw down is in time.
Whoa. Well, there you go. No argument from the Kennebunk coaches. That was a beautiful throw, grab, and tag.
Outside for ball 1.
I think it was a strike, Don, because he went for it on a bunt attempt.
It's a 3-1 count.
No, it's 3-1, Don.
And that's right down the middle for strike two.
Yeah, just trying to figure out the balls and strikes here with this umpire. He's not as animated as some.
And ball four. So another walk issued by Pacheco.
Well, and fortunately here with an out, they don't have runners on first and second.
The center fielder, number 24, Isaac Jensen.
Isaac Jensen at the plate. First pitch is a ball. Last time up, Jensen struck out. A check on Andrews.
Yeah, I didn't move the camera over because he was standing right there. They were trying to get him looking away, but he wasn't far off the bag.
And that's a pop-up into center left. And Bailey Jordan calling off Tommy Chase to get the second out.
And that's great communication, like what we saw with Kennebunk, the center fielder calling off the other fielder.
The second baseman, number 4,
Joe DiGiovanni will bat with 2 outs. And it's in there for strike one. A check on Andrews. Andrews takes off, and it's fouled.
And he had a great jump. He was about a third of the way down there as the pitcher released that ball. So fortunately for Portland, it was a foul ball.
It's low for ball one. It's a 1-2 count. In the dirt for ball two. It's hit into right, and it's going to one hop for Viola. So a 2-out single puts 2 on for Kennebunk. So DiGiovanni now reaches base for the second time.
The first baseman, number 17, Luke Davis.
And Luke Davis at the plate. Last time up, got walked. Swing and a miss for strike one.
Yeah, that was a late swing.
It's outside for ball one. And fouled for strike two. And on the outside part of the plate for strike three. So that's 5 Ks on the day so far for Niker Pacheco. And so once again, Kennebunk strands 2, so that's 4 on the day so far. And Kennebunk is down by 2 runs. And so after 2.5 complete, it's Portland 2, Kennebunk 0. And here we go for the bottom of the third. Lucas Milliken will lead things off. Singled and scored a run last time up. And this one's ripped into center, but it's going to be an easy out for Isaac Jensen.
Yeah, there's really no wind here at all tonight. It was windy earlier.
The second baseman, number
Jacob
4,
Tidd
Jacob Tidd.
at the plate with 1 away. It's low for ball 1. That one's hit, and it's a shallow center field single. So 2 for 2 on the day for Jacob Tidd so far.
Number 9, Bailey Jordan.
Bailey Jordan at the plate. That's in the dirt for ball 1. Last time up, flew out to left field. It's in the dirt for ball 2.
Well, this could be a good pitch to take off if you wanted to.
Up high for ball 3.
Well, at this point, you just take the next couple pitches.
And that's on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. So it's now a 3-1 count. And on the outside part of the plate for strike 2.
Wow, and both these starting pitchers have got themselves in a hole and started digging themselves out.
And in there for strike 3. But on the pitch, Jacob Tidd steals second.
Well, and that's a great heads-up play. You know, because everyone's concentrating on the ball being in the catcher's glove, and the runner took off.
And so that brings up Connor Daniels. Check swing.
You know, and all he's got to do is hit the ball someplace through the infield, and Portland could grab another run here.
Connor Daniels reaching on an error. And that curves over the plate for strike 2. It's up high for ball 1. And a high pitch and swing and a miss for strike 3. And so that puts Portland away. And so another clean half inning for this game. And so after 3 complete, it's Portland 2, Kennebunk 0. Here we go for the top of the 4th. Brady Stone leading things off. Struck out last time up. That one is just foul.
Well, and the good thing about where that ball was hit, he would have probably been held to a single because it would have hit the fence up there and stopped. So it wouldn't have went up the line.
That one's inside. That one's hit too shallow right. Viola ranging over to get the first out. So that brings up Noah Burnham.
The designated hitter, number 8, Noah Burnham.
That's popped up into the stands. Outside for ball 1, 1-1 count. That's hit into left. Chase will get underneath it for the second out.
Well, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to be the broadcaster jinx.
The third baseman, number 29, Theo Adams.
And so Theo Adams now up. It's outside for ball 1. Last time up, Adams flew out to right field. That's ball 2. That one is on the inside part of the plate for strike 1.
That's a beautiful pitch.
2-1 count.
And
That one's hit into center. Jordan running all the way back and gets the out. So an out at every outfield position in the top of the 4th. And so the pattern continues. It's another 1-2-3 inning in an even inning for Portland. And so after 3.5 complete, it's Portland 2, Kennebunk 0. Here we go for the bottom of the 4th. Brody Viola will lead things off for Portland. Flew out to center field last time up. That's ball 1. And that one's hit in the gap between third and short for a leadoff single for Brody Viola.
well, there's your good start. And Portland will take any extra runs they can get at this point.
And Viola takes off. It's a swing and a miss for Jacob Johnson.
Well, you know, he swung at a ball low, but what he did was benefiting the team because he took the strike and distracted everybody so the runner could get down to second. Great play.
And that's inside for ball one.
I mean, you can't get in the way of the catcher, but what you can do is swing through a ball so he can't jump up and throw it.
It's outside for ball two. Swing and a miss for strike two. And fouling off. Looked like his foot or ankle.
Yeah, I mean, he swung at a way inside pitch. Fortunately, he fouled it off, but he fouled it off his foot. But he's got to protect the plate at this point.
And it's low and outside for ball three, so it's a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch is in the dirt for ball four. So now that's 2 on with no outs for John Eisenhart. Grounding out to second.
Are they going to put a bunt on maybe? What do you think?
We'll see, but Luke Davis in on the grass at first. And it's a bunt, and it's a foul.
Well, he was pushing it in the right direction. It just didn't stay fair. I mean, all he has to do is pull that third baseman off the bag. And that shortstop's got to get over there to cover. Let's see if he tries it again here.
Both corner infielders are in, and he's going to try it again. And the ball hits off of Viola's leg, and both runners move over. So that's going to be a 1-1 count for Eisenhart with no outs, not needing to bunt now.
Yeah, I mean, so there you go. The shortstop didn't get over there quick enough.
And that's going to be a pop-up in the infield. Max Andrews getting the first out.
Well, the run has moved up on an out, but it was an out that didn't help.
Left fielder number 3, Tommy Chase.
And so Tommy Chase will have a chance to add more runs to Portland's lead. Infielders are in with 2 runners in scoring position. Brody Viola at third, Jacob Johnson at second. That one's a foul. It's a 1-1 count. That one is hit foul.
Yeah, all he's got to do, the infield's in, the outfielders are in. He just needs to get it out of the infield.
And that one's inside for ball 2. So a 2-2 count to Tommy Chase. And that one's hit into right field.
Well,
So that's going to score 1.
you know, that was just a reach out and push it to the outfield. And because all of the infielders were in, there was no one there. And the first baseman and the second baseman would have been there, but they had to be in. You talk about a great at-bat. That was a great at-bat. He just reached out and helped his team. Beautiful.
So Tommy Chase gets an RBI single to extend the lead to 3 runs.
And the runner that was on second is now on at third. And so Portland with another good opportunity here.
That's Mateo Pulowski at the plate.
Bulldog third baseman, number 12, Mateo Pulaski.
And that one is fouled.
And the runner was off from first. And the Sea Dogs were playing a game here earlier, so the Seagulls are looking for dinner.
And it's right down the middle for strike 2. And Tommy Chase taking second. So 2 runners in scoring position, and that one is hit. It's a throw home and is out.
Ooh. Oh, I don't know.
So Jacob Johnson thrown out at home from a throw by Andrews.
The catcher, number 6, Lucas Milliken.
All right, well.
So runners on the corners again. And that one's ripped into the gap. And Pulowski being waved around. And the throw is in time. And so another run coming across.
Well, yeah, they scored a run, but they also had 2 runners thrown out at home. What are the odds?
And so a RBI hit by Milliken, but like you said, 2 runners thrown out at home. And so Portland putting 2 more on the board. And so after 4 complete, it's Portland 4, Kennebunk 0.
Jackie Toms.
Here we go for the top of the 5th. Jackie Toms at the plate. First pitch is a strike.
And I just want to give you fans at home a little heads up. I might be a little distracted because, hold on.
That's ball 1.
I might be a little distracted because Marcelo Myers is about to make his first plate appearance in the majors.
And that one's inside for ball 2.
But I'll keep you posted.
And ball 3. So not the way you want to start for Portland. And ball 4, so the leadoff walk issued by Pacheco.
The right fielder, number 7, Sam Haley.
So Sam Haley at the plate. Got a single last time up. That one's on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. A check on Toms. And there for strike 2. outside for ball one. In the dirt for ball two.
He's just gotta take a deep breath right here, fire it right down the middle and let him swing through it. Nope.
And it's a foul to stay alive for Haley. That one's fouled. Count remains 2-2.
Oh, we got a good battle. All right, so
and swing and a miss.
foul tip.
Foul tip for strike three.
Boy, I'll tell you, that's a pitcher's friend there on those foul tips when the catcher holds on to it.
So 6 Ks on the day so far for Niker Pacheco. Max Andrews will rip it, and that's fair.
Yeah, that's going to go for a while.
It's at least 2 bases, going 3. And that's a RBI triple for Max Andrews. And so Kennebunk gets a run on the board. Isaac Jensen at the plate. That one's a high fly ball. Chase will get underneath it, throwing home, but that's going to score another run, so 2 quick runs.
Well, at least they got an out on that, and they're still up by 2.
So Joe DiGiovanni at the plate.
Number 4, Joe DiGiovanni.
Last time up got a single. So it's a swing and a miss for strike 2. It's fouled. Oh, 2 pitch is outside. That one's ripped down the third baseline. Chase will get to it. So a double for DiGiovanni.
Well, this is what, the second time through the lineup? So then maybe they got a bead on third time through the lineup. So they got a bead on where his pitches are.
Outside for ball 1. Luke Davis at the plate. It's on the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
Boy, they've hit some hard hit balls down the line. Both lines.
It's fouled. Up high for ball 2. Two pitch is hit to Tid. He'll field it, fires over, and gets the out.
Ooh, that was close.
So Kennebunk puts 2 on the board here in the top of the 5th. And so after 4.5 complete, it's Portland 4, Kennebunk 2. Here we go for the the bottom of the 5th. Jacob Tid leading things off. And it's in there for strike 1.
And they're out passing the bucket around to raise quarters to put in the machine to turn the lights on here at Hadlock.
Curves over for strike 2. In the dirt. 1-2 count. Hit foul. Count remains 1-2. And that's ripped up the middle for a leadoff single.
Well, we'll have to see if Portland can get any of those runs back.
And so Jacob Tid is 3 for 3 on the day with all 3 singles.
You know, and that was a beautiful hit.
Bailey Jordan 0 for 2. As Whitney checking on Tid at first. Tid stealing second last time at first. That one is hit. It's fielded by DiGiovanni and fired over by Andrews to get the double play.
Well done. Beautiful double play.
Nice double play by the Kennebunk infield, 4-6-3.
And so that's going to bring up Connor Daniels with 2 away.
Hitter number 19, Connor Daniels.
Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Ooh, we
And
hit him.
that hits Daniels.
Well, considering how many inside pitches there have been in this ball game, we're here in the bottom of the 5th, and that's the first batter to get hit.
Right fielder, number 7, Brody Viola.
Brody Viola at the plate. It's a swing and a miss. Last time up, got a single and scored a run. That one is hit to Max Andrews, and it's underneath his glove.
Well, You can file it under taking your eye off the ball to see where the runner was. As simple as that. Not a hard enough hit ball to.
The shortstop number 1, Jacob Johnson.
We gonna have a pinch runner?
Yeah.
We are. Number 8.
So Liam Scott is going to come in to pinch run for Connor Daniels.
Your attention, running for Daniels at first base, number 8, Liam Scott.
Well, and Portland needs to try to get back at least one of these runs that Kennebunk scored in the top of this inning.
That one is fouled. For Jacob Johnson, last time up, got walked. It's fouled. In the dirt for ball 1. That one's hit into center off the glove of Jensen. And that's going to score another run. So the pinch runner, Liam Scott, scores.
A beautiful line drive.
The Bulldog first baseman, number 17, John Eisenhart.
So that's going to bring up John Eisenhart.
And with 2 outs, that's a good one.
In the dirt for ball 1. Eisenhart is 0 for 2 on the day.
Well, and you have a feeling he's just going to connect on one of these pitches. Because he's due.
That one's popped in the infield. And it's DiGiovanni getting the out. And so Portland Strands 2 gets 1 on the board. And so after 5 complete, it's Portland 5, Kennebunk 2. Here we go for the top of the 6th. Brady Stone leading things off. Couple changes for Portland. Coming in to relieve Niker Pacheco is John Eisenhart. And Connor Daniels comes in to play first.
So the DH is now off the board.
Yeah, it's most likely going to be the 9 players in the field that are batting.
Yeah, because the DH went on the field.
And it's 4 straight pitches for a walk. Bringing up Noah Burnham. And Milliken going out to talk to Eisenhart. Portland having a 3-run lead, needing just 6 outs to get the win.
The designated hitter, number 8, Noah Burnham.
Ooh, he
And
hit him.
that hit him. Not a great start here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, Portland only needing 6 outs to get the win.
The Kennebunk third baseman, number 29, Theo Adams.
Theo Adams at the plate. Pie for ball 1. In there for strike 1.
Okay, so there's your start right there.
In there for strike 2.
All right.
Sometimes you just got to see it go over the plate. And that's ripped into left. That's going to die right at the edge of the grass. It's going to score 1. And so an RBI double for Theo Adams. So that puts the go-ahead run at the plate with no outs.
Yeah. A base hit here could possibly tie it.
The left fielder, number 12, Jackie Toms.
Jackie Toms at the plate. In there for strike 1.
And the infield has to play in, which is not a good thing here with runners on second and third.
And it's popped up into the stands. Outside for ball 1. And that goes behind. And thrown out at the plate is Burnham. That hit the brick wall behind home plate and bounced right to Milliken. And Milliken having to run and tag out Burnham.
Well, and I'll tell you, he had his back towards what was going on, and there was great communication from that Portland dugout.
2-2 pitch is fouled back. So just like that, Portland with 1 out and 1 strike away from getting the second out.
Well,
The lights are now on here at Delta Dental Park. And that one's a dribbler. It's going to freeze Adams at third. And that's the second out.
wow.
The
And so
Kennebunk right fielder.
Portland 1 out away from getting out of this inning with minimal damage.
I mean, I'm amazed. I feel bad for Kennebunk because usually on a ball that gets away from the catcher, it's an easy score. But Milliken is a very athletic catcher, and he wasn't going to let that happen.
Sam Haley at the plate. First 2 pitches are out of the strike zone, so 2-0 hole for Eisenhart. That one's in there for strike 1.
Well, hey, we'll take a gift, right?
It's in there for strike 2 on the outside part of the plate. 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. And it's outside for ball 3. Three-two pitch is fouled back. Three-two pitch is high for ball 4. So runners on the corners for Max Andrews. Last time up got a triple.
The shortstop, number 2, Max Andrews.
And there for strike 1. In the dirt. 1-1 count. On the outside part of the plate for strike 2.
Well, that strike zone is certainly getting a little bit bigger.
And that's ripped into right. And that's going to one-hop the wall. That's going to score 2. And the ball game is tied up now.
Wow. Yeah, that was not just hit a long way. It was hit a long way.
And so it's going to bring up Isaac Jensen.
Isaac Jensen.
Well, Kennebunk putting 5 up here in the last 2 innings.
So Whitney is now off the hook for the loss. And the throw over. It's going to score another run and give Kennebunk the lead. In there for strike 1. It's a 3-1 count. That one's hit into left. And a couple steps back for Chase and gets the 3rd out. But Kennebunk puts 4 on the board here in the top of the 6th to take the lead. And so after 5.5 complete, it's Kennebunk 6, Portland 5. Here we go for the bottom of the 6th. Tommy Chase will lead things off. And that's hit to Andrews and fires over for the first out.
Well, Kennebunk now going to be playing with some confidence.
Yeah, since they scored Since Portland scored those 2 runs in the 4th, Kennebunk has outscored Portland 6-1. Mateo Pulowski at the plate. And that one is a shallow hit caught by Luke Davis. So 2 quick outs. So that brings up Lucas Milliken.
Catcher number 6, Lucas Milliken.
It's up high for ball 1. Side for ball 2. That's a pop-up. That one's fouled. So a 2-2 count now. That one's popped up, so 3 straight fouls.
It's keeping the kids occupied, chasing the balls.
That one's going to be hit foul.
They got to throw some of those baseballs in.
And it's outside for ball 3. So Lucas Milliken battling here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And fouling that off.
Great plate protection.
And as bad as it seems for Portland, they're only down by 1 run. So they still have a chance to tie things up as Milliken forces a 2-out walk.
Well, and it's got to start somewhere, and maybe it'll start right there with that walk.
So Jacob Tidd at the plate.
He's a hot batter today.
Milliken taking off,
Ooh,
and that
he hit him in the head.
Tidd in the head. So the tying run is now on second. The go-ahead run on at first. And we'll see what this mound visit is.
I don't think they're going to replace him, but I think he's going out there to kind of just, refocus everyone out there, especially the pitcher. He got 2 quick outs. And now with a walk and a hit batter, they're 1 hit away here. Portland is from tying this game back up and keeping the inning going.
The Bulldog center field
And Bailey Jordan now up is 0 for 3. Would be a huge hit if he could get one. It's in there for strike one. In there for strike two.
Well, the coach has got him refocused.
0-2 count. 2 outs, 2 on. And that's inside. Griffin Whitney walking off the mound thinking that was strike three. And that's ripped. Hits off of Davis's glove. And that's going to score the tying run.
And no one was covering home.
And the home plate umpire telling the Portland bench to get into the dugout with that ball going close. We'll see what if they're going to move the runners back a base.
Oh, if there might have been interference.
The run definitely scored, but we'll see if either one or two runners are in scoring position.
Well, we don't have instant replay here, so. And there's going to be a discussion with the Kennebunk coach and the Portland coach. And the discussion was about the Portland players being outside the dugout and being where the ball was when it got thrown away, but they allow everything that happened to stay.
So that's going to bring up Connor Daniels in there for strike one.
The batter is 19, Connor Daniels.
It's fouled back. Portland having a chance to get the lead back. And that's up the middle. It's fielded by Andrews, fires over, and gets the out.
Oh, my goodness. What a great play by both infielders.
Yeah,
Kennebunk.
a great diving stop by Max Andrews, and he throws over sitting, and on the one hop, Luke Davis scoops it up. And so going into the seventh, we have a tie ball game. It's Kennebunk 6, Portland 6. And here we go for the top of the seventh. Lucas Milliken is now in relief for John Eisenhart.
Number 3, Tommy Chase is now catching.
And that one's hit up the middle by
Eisenhart is at first base.
Joe DiGiovanni.
All right, well.
That was a leadoff single by Joe DiGiovanni.
And it's going to be a bunt attempt by Luke Davis.
The batter is number 17, Luke Davis.
Well, and at this point, they might as well treat it like extra innings because somebody's got to score to win this ball game.
And it's another foul. So 0-2 count. The other changes, John Eisenhart is back at first. Cohen Bove is now in left. And Tommy Chase is behind the plate. It's fouled.
Great protection swing.
And a check on Di Giovanni.
And they got to be real careful here with those throws over, too.
Another foul.
We have a battle.
And another foul.
I mean, he's doing a great job protecting the plate.
That one's fouled. Check on Di Giovanni. And that one, ball 2. One's popped up, and it's going to go into the stands. 2-2 count. Check on Di Giovanni. That one missing the plate, so a full count to Luke Davis.
And the battle is on.
And ball 4. So first 2 batters on for Kennebunk. Brady Stone.
And you can kind of guess what this is going to be. If he lays this down third base, you're going to have runners on second and third.
And he's swinging away. That's a shallow right. And miscommunication.
That is so unfortunate.
Brody Viola not calling Jacob Tidd.
And it went I believe it was right off Tid's glove.
The designated hitter, number 8, Noah Burnham.
Noah Burnham up with bases loaded.
You know, now you got to get the ball over the plate.
It's a 2-0 count. It's a 3-0 count. And there for strike one. That one's ripped. That's going to score at least 2. And so a double for Noah Burnham.
Well, these last 3 innings for Portland have not gone well.
So that's 2 more on the board, and now it's a 2-run lead for Kennebunk. No outs. Theo Adams up.
Enfield still having to play in with runners at second and third.
And that one is into right field. That's going to score 1 more. And the game is broken wide open.
You know, not much he could do at first base playing in.
The left fielder, number 12, Jackie Toms.
Jackie Toms now up.
Yeah, I mean, they got to hold the runner on.
And Adams stealing second. Fouled back. It's a 1-1 count. In there for strike 2. It's a 2-2 count. And that's up high for ball 3. And ball 4. And that's going to trigger a mound visit.
Yeah, this has been a tough top of the 7th. No out and bases are now loaded. And we're going to have a pitching change.
That's going to be a pitching change, and we'll be back for all of the changes. And we're back. Only 2 changes. Brody Viola in relieving Lucas Milliken, and Milliken out in right field. Sam Haley at the plate. First pitch was a strike.
Nice stop.
And it's a 2-1 count. In the dirt for ball 3. And at this point, the name of the game is just to get out of this inning.
Yeah, he's just got to throw the ball over the plate. Doesn't matter the speed, just it's got to get out.
And ball 4, so that's going to walk in a run. Yeah, where it's the top of the 7th. No amount of runs will get them out of this inning. They just need those 3 outs. Max Andrews at the plate. Kennebunk now with a 4-run lead. It's a swing and a miss for strike 2.
Oh, that helped out Portland right there.
And swing and a miss for strike 3. So 1 away. And that brings up Isaac Jensen.
The center fielder, number 24, Isaac Jensen.
Low for ball 1.
The middle infielders go back to their normal position. Corner infielders still in.
In the dirt for ball 2. In the dirt for ball 3. Hits the inside part of the plate for strike 1.
Yeah, this is a tough position for Viola to be in. To come into this game from right field this late.
And ball 4, so that's going to score another run. And so that's going to bring up Joe DiGiovanni, who led off the inning with a single.
And that was a generous strike call.
And there for strike 2. I think with the lead being now 5 and the way things are going, I think the strike zone gets bigger and bigger after every hitter.
Are you saying you could drive a Mack truck through it maybe?
Yes.
Okay. Does it have a giant snowplow on the front or?
It might.
Oh, nice stop. Oh, another nice stop.
And 3-2 pitch is hit into shallow center, and it's in and out of the glove of Tid. But they do get an out.
And they score a run. But the thing is that the runner is, unfortunately, the runner who was thrown out at third had to wait to run. He had no choice. But they score another run.
And that's ripped foul by Luke Davis, getting walked early on in this inning. That one's hit, thrown over, and Pulowski gets the third out, but Kennebunk puts 6 on the board to take a 6-run lead. And so after 6.5 complete, it's Kennebunk 12, Portland 6. Here we go for the bottom of the 7th. Only one change for Kennebunk. Ryan Clark comes in to relieve Griffin Whitney. Brody Viola will lead things off. Portland down 6 runs, 3 outs to work with.
Well, if Kennebunk scored 6, so can Portland.
A 1-1 count. In the dirt for ball 2.
Ooh. Generous strike.
And ball 3. And in there for strike 3.
Oh, my goodness.
The shortstop, number 1, Jacob Johnson.
So that brings up Jacob Johnson. And someone just got thrown out. That one is hit to Max Andrews.
The Bulldog first baseman, number 17, John Eisenhart.
So John Eisenhart at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Two and 1 count. That one's a dribbler fielded by Adams. and misplays it.
All right. Well, there's still life.
So that's going to bring up Tommy Chase. And Eisenhart
Oh, no. Ooh.
stopped midway, but ends up getting to second.
I think he was playing Frogger, and he just got across the road.
It's a 1-0 count. And that one gets away from Stone.
Well, and the thing is here for the pitcher is that Eisenhart's run doesn't mean a thing. He just needs to get the batter out. Concentrate on the batter.
And there for strike one. In the dirt. It's a 3-1 count. And ball 4. So runners on the corners for Portland.
Well, and neither one of those runners mean anything here with 2 outs.
The third baseman, number 12, Mateo Pulaski.
Mateo Pulowski at the plate. Fouled.
And to be honest with you, I'm surprised that Kennebunk's even holding the runner on at first. I mean, there's a wide open hole over there. You don't want to continue the game.
And that's going to get by, so that's going to score.
No, he's calling it a foul tip. I thought he missed it completely, and it went off the shin pad of the catcher, but he must have foul tipped it. Didn't sound it to me, but I got headphones on up here.
Oh, and 2 pitch is fouled. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's your ball game.
And that's a tough way to lose for Portland. Totally in this ball game up until the 5th inning. And, you know, it was the 6th inning that did them in, and then the 7th inning just finished them off. And
Yeah.
it was just tough.
Yeah, it's a tale of 2 halves of this game. Portland going up early 4-0, but Kennebunk ending up outscoring Portland down the stretch 12-2. And I mean, this is a young Portland team, so this is one of those things where it's about playing through the entire game.
Yeah.
They had a chance to potentially get a walk-off in the bottom of the 7th, but allowing 6 runs in the top of that inning doesn't help out anybody.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, you could say, well, Kennebunk put up 6, Portland could put up 6, but you know, it just deflates you when that happens. When, you know, in 3 innings they scored 12 runs, and that's tough to come back from.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's about getting playing time for this young squad. It's gonna be tough for them going forward, but they need to work on these late game situations. Sometimes as a young team, you can tend to not say lose focus, but not play fundamental baseball through the entire game. Early on, Portland was allowing runs early on in the game, and this one they allowed 12 runs late, and you're not going to win many ball games.
Yeah, it was just tough. I mean, you can't come back. You can't come back from that. So
Kennebunk moving to 4-6 on the season. Portland dropping to 1-11. Back to the drawing board for Portland. We'll see what they can do in their last games of the season. But final score in this one is Kennebunk 12, Portland 6. Saying so long. This has been a production of WPPS TV3 Portland Public Schools. Saying goodnight.
thank you very much for watching.